Come on. Well, thanks, first of all, for getting together for this meeting. Did have two items, and I think maybe we'll start with the quotes on the second grader, if we could.
Okay.
The other item is gonna be about crack seal and some pothole repairs.
Okay.
Finish up with that after bid. Whole item. Oh, if Dustin, do you wanna come up? You got here.
I'd like to, if I could, just take a couple minutes to kind of go over our grader. I know you guys haven't ever had one, or have, if you had had one, it's been a long time. And just kind of explain a little bit about the Deere grader and some of the differences we feel we have. Just want to start with, it's made in Davenport, Iowa. If we start on the kind of the front and go down the grader, one of our key components we feel like is the premium circle. The premium circle's similar to the pivot bearing for an excavator, so it's all sealed. There's no dirt in it. There's no maintenance outside of just greasing it every 500 hours. You don't have to shim it. You don't have to go in there and put new slides in it or any of that. You're looking at, you know, a lot of repair over even our old machines versus this thing as far as shimming taking time, whether you do it or whether Cat does it or we do it on the older machines. There's a lot of labor, there's parts, stuff like that, and that's gone by the wayside. It's faster, it's got more torque, the premium circle does. Another thing, as you go down the left side of the machine, all of the daily checks are on the left side. Everything's at reach without having to climb on the machine or get under the machine or anything like that. All of the daily checks are on the left side. If you go around the back, we've got a sealed cooling system with a reversing fan. We really take pride in what that cooling system does for us and for our customers. There's all the cooling components are set where anything that can come through the sides can be pushed back out, and you can get to them very easily from the rear of the machine. You can open the hole back up. There's nothing stacked at all with any of our cooling components. If you go around the right side, that's where all of your service points are going to be. All of our filters are just right there in a row. They're easy to get to. You don't have to climb on the machine or climb under the machine to do any of our service points. As far as those go, one more thing while we're back there in the engine compartment is our DPF system. We've got the 5-year, 10,000-hour DPF assurance. If there's anything goes wrong with it, we'll fix it. Some of our competitors don't have that luxury. They'll derate at 5,000 hours, and you've got to have that filter cleaned, and you've got to have it reset, so there's additional cost in that. Once you get into the cab, we don't have any rocker switches or anything like that. We've got, it's called a 25 switch sealed switch module, and each one of those button presses, or each one of those buttons is like 1 million presses per switch, so you don't have a lot of issues with the rocker switches or anything like that on that DPF system. I mean on that SSM system, and that's the bulk of electronics, you know, and it's fed with just a few wires versus a lot of other wires. That's a little bit about the machine, kind of a brief walk around of the machine. Wish I, had one here for you to look at. I know it's kind of hard to get you to want to do something without actually getting your hands and eyes and you know, all the senses of being able to walk around one. With that being said, are there any questions?
I've got one, Dustin. Oh, go
Just
ahead.
one to you. Have you seen the machine?
Just from a distance, I haven't been in one.
Okay.
No. And I did have, on the premium circle, what is the lifespan on that? I know there's minimum maintenance, but I mean, they're expected to be life of the grader?
It is,
If-
it is.
If not, then do you have to is it just replaced, or is there
Well, it'd be-
components that are replaced?
It would be similar to what you would see on a, if you ever have to, I mean, you don't have to do very much to an excavator as far as the maintenance of that goes, over the life of it. I'm not saying that they don't have problems with the pivot bearings, because they can, depending on what the use has been, but we've had really good luck with these things. Obviously, you know, they're not 10, 20 years old to be able to tell you they're gonna last forever, but, you know, based on, the design of that premium, or that pivot bearing, we just haven't seen. I mean, we've got a lot of machines that, you know, have, you know, 10, 15, 20,000 hours that have got this type of system, and we're not seeing problems with it.
Okay.
Are there other questions? Or?
Thank you.
Well, our snow plows hook up to this.
That's another thing I wanted to mention, and I failed to mention. So one thing, you know, obviously I was here for the last meeting. We can't take that front lift group off of your machine and put it on our machine. So there is an additional charge, you know, it's about.
Good lift, okay.
Yeah, but it will work. Everything will work. I just can't, like what Cat did the other day on that one, they took the used one off and put it on the new one, is what he had said. Is that correct?
That's what Steve wanted to
Yes.
figure
Yeah,
So we
hang
don't-
on to her.
We don't have that luxury of being able to just unbolt yours and stick it on that Deere machine. So there is about a $7,000 difference. You'll get a new lift group with that. There's several other differences in it, you know, but that's why I wanted to spend a few minutes and try to sell you on the value and the maintenance on some of these things. Travel time and mileage is included. That is, I think we had comparable service agreements.
Did that include travel? I just think
It
it
does.
did.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, it includes travel time and mileage. It called all the old sample kits. And then that extended warranty is the same as what we both bid the other day. We've got resident field techs fairly close to you, and we're looking at putting more, you know, in this part of the world. all the
Got one in
time.
Oberlin, right?
One at Overland, yeah. And our guys get up here if they need to. We've run 3 out of Ulysses, and there's 4 out of Dodge. If Colton can't get to you, you know, we can always send something out of one of our other locations, even North Platte. I know at one time, this used to be in North Platte's sales area up here, did. And, I think John Webster, I don't know if any of you guys know John, but John used to call in this part of the world. He's been with Murphy for a long time.
You said each one has a spare tire on it, you thought?
It does not have a spare. What we tend to do is, we can always sell you a spare. Some of the counties, they actually want a spare quoted with them. It's something that's easily done, but
What's the blade impact absorption system? It says no blade impact absorption.
Yeah, and this one's got the premium circle, so it's not gonna have any of that.
Probably on there somewhere. Is it a steering wheel or stick?
All of our machines have a steering wheel, no matter whether it's an Antler. This was bid as a Antler machine, and so Cat would have a steering wheel in theirs as well. But whether you get a joystick machine, whether you get a fingertip machine, Deere's never taken their steering wheel out of any of the machines. So they'll all have. Now, it's not a big old fancy one like you'd find in a semi truck, but there is a wheel there, and a lot of guys like it for roading. My goal is to try to get a machine up here for you guys to be able to, as commissioners and as county employees, to look and see and feel. I've got one right now that I could bring up here, but it's not comparable to what you'd be looking at.
Different
So
unit.
it was a joystick machine with smart grades, so it's a little more than what you want. And it's an all-wheel drive machine as well. It's a 772. But
They always have DEF on them, right?
yeah, and that definitely that DPF system is what I was saying, that we've had good luck with it, and there's that assurance is on there of 5 years, 10,000 hours of that DPF system. And that travel time and mileage is included in that as well.
Dustin, how much is a spare?
I can look it up on my computer and tell you for sure.
Okay.
I can't tell you off the top of my head.
Okay.
Are the bolt hole pattern different than the Deere's? Or the Cats? They are, okay.
I can look that up real quick, or actually, I can probably send a text or something.
Okay.
And the Cat, we don't need a spare because we got them, right?
Yeah, we do have several, yes.
And if he doesn't respond, I'll get it on my computer, I'll get it pulled up.
Okay. Do you guys have any other questions?
I do not, because like I said, this is beyond me. I don't know much about these.
I know a little bit more about excavators than these. That's it. Unloaders.
Yeah, I have to go with what everybody else tells me.
Well, thank you guys for your time, I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, thanks, Ben.
I'll get you a price of my spare.
Oh, it's just a paper clip. I thought it was a pencil or something.
Thank you.
I guess, Doug, did you want to come up? Second quote?
317.
Haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah.
You guys probably get tired of seeing this guy. I get tired of him. I'm just kidding, Mark.
Sorry about that. That's all right.
This would be the same machine as the other one, the 14013 lever machine. Sorry, Scott, did you get one? Are you guys wanting a spare? Are you wanting a spare?
The 12M2's, 12M series will fit right on there.
Right, yeah, we,
I didn't know if you wanted
the
one
140s
per
fit on
machine,
there.
I wasn't sure, yeah. And the only difference on this one is a little lower because the trade on the value of this machine was higher, so you'll see a little bit lower cost than the one that we did a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
It'd be about 4,000 less, I think, so we had figured.
about that.
Well, you're going to be like me, if I don't put my readers on, I can't read.
Yeah,
My
these numbers,
contacts don't work anymore.
Didn't bring that
these big numbers are too small.
up. Mike can help answer questions for Doug.
I didn't know what questions you guys had on the same machine.
On the filter, is that still, is that about 5,000 hours when that's supposed to be?
It's 5,000 when you clean it. I know he talked about 5-year 10,000. I don't know how many hours you put on your grader.
A year?
Yeah.
About average about 8.
We
60,
figured about
850.
8 the other day.
You talking
didn't we?
air cleaner then?
No, DPF,
DPF.
sorry.
Yes, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
So yours is, on that one's gonna run at 800 hours, will run 6 years before you have to
Before
clean
you have to
it.
burn
So,
it, yeah.
that's an EPA thing, and Deere does through the same thing of what they need to meet EPA. But that's what we call a maintenance cost, but 800 hours a year, you should run 6 years before you need to do it. So I think he said 5 years, so as far as that,
It's
fairly
average.
comparable.
Some
Yeah.
machines run
Some
that.
may be more, but it's a 5,000 hour interval. And we clean them in Colby. They're very reasonable to clean, as long as they're not damaged.
Is it just the filter or is there more that?
No, just the DPF, the section in there, that honeycomb. What I wanna call a catalytic converter on the equipment side, that's what I would call it, more or less, so. But we got a machine in Colby that blows them out, cleans them.
And we can haul them back. I just hauled one back for county the other day.
I'm up here at least once a month, if not more. I work with Steve and Will on the parts and service side, you guys know that. I measure your undercarriage, that's all for free, I don't charge you that. That's my job. Come up and help you manage your equipment on the cat side, of course. Will calls me a lot asking questions, so I'm here to help as much as possible. It's my job.
Cool.
Techs are through here all the time, so that's not an issue with our guys. Or
Yeah, Tran lives And Brewster, so he's close. Or by Brewster. Used to have Matt, but.
The warranty part is the same as the other one on the.
Okay.
I wasn't here for the first one, so I don't know the whole situation, but I was actually up here that day, I believe.
Yeah, later on, I think.
Yeah. I'm just here to help support Doug and make sure any questions are answered. You know the cat machines, what they do? How we service them. I don't have to go into a lot of that. You're very familiar with that.
A lot of guys with these smaller, or with these antler racks too, they like them because the cat is taller and they can stand up in them. And
It's more
Rest
room
their feet,
because
yeah.
if you wanna run that, it's a,
Does this have a reversing fan too on it? Okay.
should say it up there on the top.
That cracks me up.
Yeah, okay.
Decals
Good,
English.
second one from the top.
There it is.
what's that?
Okay.
Decals English.
It's crazy when you put an order in, we have to,
You gotta specify.
which instruction manual do we want? Which,
Make sure you
Yeah.
don't get the wrong language.
Yeah.
There was one time, last year, somebody hit a wrong button ordering and it was a smaller loader, but they got heat and no AC or AC, I don't remember how it was, but
Oh, really?
yeah, so that costs a little bit when you fat finger the order number. Out here, we need both, heat and AC, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the winter.
Yeah.
This is probably a stupid question, but how long are these bids good for?
You have to ask him.
2 weeks? Now?
Well, right now, we have this machine on hold for you.
Well,
I
I guess what I'm concerned about is, we had a big loader go down, and I'm a little worried about our budget. You were telling us how much that loader was gonna cost to fix.
Yeah, I worked with him on that to kinda get you an idea, cause we want you to know going in where we're gonna roughly be at.
When we decided we wanted maybe 2 of them, we didn't know we had a loader going down.
Pretty close.
I think we
about the
need to
same time.
discuss it pretty hard.
Well, you're the guys in charge of the money side, so you need to make an informed
We just need
decision.
to have a,
That's why we give you a
Do-
quote, so you at least know where you're at roughly going in on that loader, cause I drove the loader, the
What
reverse is pretty well out.
are you thinking clutch packs or? what do you-
Probably, it's got 16,000 hours on it, so it's done, it's,
Is it a ZF?
no, that's a cat transmission. Them are all cat on them loaders.
Okay.
So,
That, I noticed on the auction bill of sale or whatever, the information on that, when it had a, engine replacement, 5,700 hours.
I think so. I'd have to double check. I didn't get any information. I can pull that up. I'm going to the shop here later, so. I don't know that it's ever had a
Not-
transmission.
No, I
so-
don't think, it wouldn't have had that, but that's, you know,
Pretty
the
good
hours
on
on
an
that
engine.
motor, actually.
Yeah.
That's not-
So I really am entertaining the idea of getting it repaired.
A remand transmission?
You can go with
Right, the-
recondition or reman, I don't remember
You
the
get the
price.
3-year warranty though with the
If we
recondition.
recondition it in,
And it's a little,
in our component
I
shop, it's
think it's
3
a
years.
nice loader, isn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
And then it's one of your newest loaders, so. But recondition, we get 3 or 5,000 hour warranty. I wanna answer any questions on that while I'm here too. If we do it in our component shop, and I can order remand also, but initially just comes with, you got 1 year warranty, and we can add more warranty on it. Never did figure the cost, but we can go either way. I think the remand was a little higher, I believe, right?
Right.
But understand, tearing that tranny down, I'm giving you an estimate on parts. Labor's set. The labor is set on it. If we get in there, I did try to gauge the parts a little higher so we knew.
Okay, got it, thank you.
But until it's tore down, we can't give you a definite on the parts side. Labor will never
We're not gonna be able
change.
to get another loader like that for 42,000.
And then that's the one that would replace the transmission.
That's a remand
So
transmission.
this
And that's
is
just a
the
1-year warranty. on
3-year
that.
warranty, right?
No,
Other way around.
this is
Okay.
1-year warranty.
Okay.
This is a quicker turnaround though. If somebody wanted a quicker turnaround, that's, I think I'm guessing a couple $1,000s, maybe less, you can add warranty. I'd have to ask my boss. If you wanna know that, I'll be happy to find that out.
It'd be 5,000, a little over $5,000 more.
Right. So, right now.
Well, yeah, just, we're gonna discuss this. Right now, like I said, I would lean towards repairing it.
Yeah.
I'd like to learn a little bit more about the motor, the engine work that was done,
Well,
if
I'll
that's
do that.
possible.
I wanna,
Yeah.
you guys can finish talking, but I'll go to shop and we'll pull that all up and make sure. If it's been repaired by Cat, we can pull that up and see.
Yeah, it said
what's
it
done.
was, but you know, that's
Good.
off of Purple Wave.
Right.
I think you understand where I'm coming from.
So, Steve, you said that had
We need to upgrade
$18,000 on it?
graders.
16,000. I
16,
think.
and the engine was replaced at $5,700?
It should be 50,000 at the
I
end.
think he said,
will.
I'll go get that and make sure we get that all.
There's after work too, that to be done.
That's a pretty solid engine. That's
Cylinder.
our 3126.
And
so
just to throw another option out there,
My
just
favorite's
to delay it if you wanted, we could
3406B.
finance
That's
this one.
one of the better
Yeah.
engines I ever
The,
made.
Yeah.
Payments are due in arrears,
I've had
so you
two
would
of
have to pay it till next year.
Oh, they're good ones.
I don't think we can do that, can we?
What's that?
Buy him one.
Yeah, governmentals they can do lease agreements. Yeah. It's not actually considered a loan, but yeah, it's a lease agreement.
So what's the time frame if we do the 3-year warranty
At least
transmission on
purchase
that?
field and-
Probably 2 to 3
Yeah,
weeks.
that's how they-
Cause time we get it in, we gotta pull it out. He'll send it in, it'll take roughly a week or so to recondition it, they send it back. I'm gonna say 3 weeks, not 2. It'll take at least.
Basically.
If we do the remand, you could probably get it
Do
out
a
in
year
a
from now.
week and a half.
You're only talking a week and a half.
I wish stuff was staying the same.
And you got several loaders, so it's,
One of these days,
It's 3
you gotta
weeks
start
for the
coming the other
repair.
I
way.
think on a recondition, yeah, you
Recondition.
need to figure 3 weeks.
I looked at the car the other day with
We
my
need
wife
to
and I asked the
schedule
car
it
dealer
out,
if they were
to
coming
schedule
down.
it,
He
cause
said,
It
"Nope,
wouldn't happen
we
right
couldn't
away.
get it in right
Damn it.
today, but
Know
if
what
I
I
get it
wanna do.
scheduled,
Month, 2 months?
a couple weeks probably.
So
But
it'd take
we can talk about that.
4 to
if you
5
need-
weeks from.
And I can call back and find
Decide.
out. We've just been very busy, so we're starting to catch up. But
Hey, I kind of agree with Roger. I think we need to get this fixed before we take a step forward. I really do. And at least look at the budget really close, maybe Friday.
Not gonna be here Friday.
Okay.
You won't be here?
No.
No, that's why we did it today.
yeah,
Where did we take the last grader out of?
We took 175 out of,
Which fund?
Yeah.
We were gonna take some out of the equipment, special equipment fund, and the remainder out of the,
Okay.
well, we haven't, I think, written a check on that or anything yet, so.
Well,
We were looking at,
There's-
what I was gonna propose to do on that was to take 25,000
Whatever.
out of the special equipment fund
Approved from
for one grader,
today,
and the
so-
remainder out of the special road fund.
I'd have to see what the government.
And then repairs,
Afraid it is.
that does not come out of either one of those funds, then, correct, or can
no,
it,
it can. Well,
for a repair?
I don't know for sure on that. I'm just saying, on the graders, there's 1.2 in special road without 2023's
Transfer.
transfer. So I don't know what you had to transfer at the end of '23.
Are you, that's for any of the greater purchase, you're saying? That's what, I thought it was a little more than that.
Well, you might have figured in your '23 transfer.
Cause this is what I was showing. So maybe we've got that jumping ahead.
probably close, so at 1.5.
Right.
I can't remember what you transferred.
So you're thinking we talked about that, do it?
But you're saying that's not what that would probably be right now then? That's
Well, once we get
anticipated?
official approval from the auditors,
Okay.
then it'll be transferred.
Does he have to be here?
So he's showing 1.5.
Yeah, showing $153,533 in special machinery fund and then $1,549,000 in special road improvement. And just, if we were to end up doing both graders, I would propose just, take a total of 50,000 out of the special machinery fund. That would bring that down to 103,533. And then to pay the remaining balance on, those two graders, out of special road, we'd have to take 485,275. And that would leave $1,063,753, or $750.
If you go with CAT.
Correct. Yeah, if we went with the, what would be right now the lower of the two.
So where does the 42 or 50 come from?
That's what
You have a
I've not,
machinery
Is
repair?
that what you said, the 50,000
I don't know
would be set
what,
aside?
I'll have to,
we've got a parts line item, that starts out at the year at 110,000.
I think I left my.
And
Why don't we look at the
if you could,
special
yeah,
funds?
please, I didn't bring that.
I've been on your side discussing this before, because
Well, I
Ellis
used-
County
I
was
got
there.
notes and I think I left them at home as far as where we were taking stuff out of, sorry.
I know in the past, when we did the tracks, that would be I wanna say we took it out of parts. I'm sorry, on the dozer, on the dozer tracks, when we had those
last
reconditioned.
year?
Moving forgiveness.
And then you'll wonder, now, why did I
That
write
was,
this?
2 years ago?
That's what I
might
did.
have been two,
Yeah, by the way.
and that was about a
Yeah.
$31,000 repair, or 31 or 34, I can't remember off the top of my
Yeah, it'd be
head.
higher today.
And obviously, the loader's gonna be more than that, that'll be
Just got a long ways to go
50
this
to
year.
60,
Yeah, I know
worst
we do.
case.
I priced pins for my excavator yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
We did inspect that motor just for number of
God,
purposes, and that's about what it's worth, so once you repair it.
Yeah,
As of the end of February.
it is your newest loader
It
though,
was,
so.
I think it's pretty similar, wasn't it, to repair cost, but
What was, what?
when we appraised it, when we had it inspected.
You know, I got that written down and I could not dig that out. I thought it was around 41,000.
Yeah, I think it was around.
Trade value,
yeah,
is that what
40
you're at?
something.
special machinery has had repairs taken out of it. but
It
not-
has.
Not special road.
Okay, I wouldn't think special roads, but I wasn't sure about special machines.
But that's, still, we can ask the auditors too,
Okay.
find out for sure. That's just
So-
the way it's been done in the past.
We would have available the,
42, 580, 28.
yeah, that's just for the estimated repair on the transmission. There's leaking lift cylinder on it and there's also
Oh.
some injectors.
What had the cracked wind roof? Was that a grader?
That was on 608
Okay,
loader.
okay.
That'd be
Like
relatively
that,
minor.
different
and
loader.
not-
Yeah, that one
Need
just
to
has a
do
lift
that.
cylinder leak in there.
Yes, it is.
You can pull that off and,
Is
Bring
it
it
just
down, yeah.
repack it?
yeah, but we gotta send it to Pika because the
Who the
torque on that is like 5,000 or 6,000 foot-pounds.
We'll have Roger do it.
You have a special cylinder press to do that. We got a 950 in there now, we gotta pull them off on.
And we haven't paid for this first grader yet then.
Correct, yeah, there's nothing renewed from that.
What was the hour on that? 42,000, was it 3,000?
What was that one?
It was about
3-year,
4,000
5,000
difference.
hours.
This trade was worth a little more.
When we install it,
about
if you guys,
4,000.
some people wanna do it themselves.
Actually, I
It's
got
2
it
year,
right here.
3-year, 3,000, but we gotta make
It
sure.
was two,
We have
I had
cleanliness.
written down 269,
Which makes sense.
And when we do
786.
it, it gives, you'll probably never hit the
269,
5,000 hours for you, but
786 was the.
if it's gonna have a problem, it'll be in that 3 years.
Have you given that to Sharissa to pay this?
No, we have,
No, I mean, if you need an invoice ahead of time, but we usually don't invoice it till the machine,
Delivered.
till we
Oh,
deliver,
okay.
so.
Is that when you get payment also?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what, okay. Guess I was assuming that you already had the machines.
So, little, $556,000 that time we put the two loader, or the two graders and the loader repair.
yeah, minimum, yeah, with the
Minimum.
repair on that, it's probably gonna be a little higher than that. If we fix everything, which we should, lift cylinder, injectors, and then of course the transmission, it's gonna be into the 50s, low 50s.
What's your feeling? You're the one
I think we can
that's
do, I
saying
think
the
we,
budget.
if we're able to split the use, if you will, of the special machinery fund by using per grader, using 25,000 out of the special machinery fund for both one grader and then the second, so there's 50,000, we'd still have 103,000 left in the special road fund. Or, excuse me, special machinery fund. And then we could use that toward repair as opposed to purchasing another used loader. Because right now, it's, with what I've seen on the used units, you're looking at probably 10,000 plus hours, a little over 10,000. Similar size unit, I think it was a 2014 or 15, and they were running around $135,000.
Makes sense.
Just these are ballpark figures, so, and then if you get a little newer machine, you're up to 185,000 with, like one here is a 7,500 hours. And these are to be the 950s, maybe a slightly bigger unit, but, so you're looking at, with a trade of 41,000, I believe it is, was valued at. So then we'd be spending it, at least, in the 90,000 plus dollars just to get another used loader. Granted, it would have fewer hours, but again, with the motor having been replaced, so this
That's
loader on the
definitely a
unit we
plus,
have
yeah.
on 608, the one, it would only have around, I think, it's, has some hours on it, it has, 11,000 hours on that loader.
10,300 or so, yeah.
But I would think it could.
How many hours
go
you put
long.
on your loader a year roughly?
Oh, it's maybe 500.
Depending what you're doing, of
That's
course.
maybe on the high end.
Depends on the winter.
Yeah.
And
Depends
the
on how
summer.
much of that white stuff we get, huh?
Probably a little less than that.
Depends on the winter. If we can gravel roads, we use them more. If
Right.
we have bad winter, you don't get to gravel as much.
How long are the quotes good for then?
Usually 30 days, but
So we
don't let that play into what you're, I mean,
Right.
Mine says
It'd be
30, but
where we might
ours
run
ours
into
isn't gonna
would be
change.
the
30 days
availability
too?
later, yeah.
later.
Yeah.
It may push it back a little bit.
Yeah, this second one is the one we got from our dealer.
30 days.
Personally, I think we need to get our transmission going, so that's fixed. And I think we probably need to think about, like you said. But I can't make a motion, so it doesn't matter.
Nice thing about being the chairman, right?
Yeah, I don't know. So what do you guys think?
If you'd be more comfortable tabling it and getting the loader fixed and then
I'd be very comfortable with getting the loader fixed. That way we're not down a loader. I just hate taking out of the rainy day fund if something big comes up.
Right,
So
you never
much,
know,
just-
something else. could go
Yeah,
down.
I worry about that like he does, but it's
How
not.
long could we possibly table it for though? We need this, right?
Well, if we have 30 days for both John Deere and Cat, then we could table it
Till
till you
then.
get back on the 15th of April.
Well, that'd be the end of this month, it'd be good, wouldn't
Oh,
it?
no, I'm sorry, the 28th.
Will
End
you
of the
be
month.
back?
Yeah, I would
Lost
be
a few
here.
days there.
I'm just glad I only lost a month.
If they're comfortable with 30 days, and we get 15, let's do it. Make a decision by the,
Dustin, that's okay with you? Doug?
Yeah, okay, man. Yeah, we're not.
But I think we'll need a motion if we want to get our loader going.
You can't do that here.
Okay.
That's not what this meeting is.
Okay,
for.
okay.
Yeah.
You'd have to do it Friday.
Right.
So do we need a motion to table it till the 28th?
No, no motion, just your table.
Okay.
thank you for your time, gentlemen.
Yeah, you bet.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks
coming
for
down.
coming up.
Yeah, sorry we couldn't do that today, but like he says, we gotta
Oh,
look
gosh, I
at
still got those things in. They weren't playing. I get comfortable.
You must got really comfortable.
Well,
That's all right.
when I fly, I got a headset on, so I get used to that.
Okay. Appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you guys for coming
Thank
down. Guys, good to see
Thanks,
you
Will.
again.
See you guys. Let me look up real quick before I get out of your hair. Good to see you.
I don't know what.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. Scott, thank you.
Yep.
I got it right here.
Have a good week. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Take it easy.
Yeah, sir.
Johnny, see ya.
Hope you get that off tomorrow.
Me too.
Drive safe, buddy.
You might have another wing operation by the time we do.
I hope so. I just want to get it done.
Thank you.
$599 is what that is.
I don't know if you guys are, if we're concerned, that we really think we need the grader, they have a lease purchase program, 6% interest on it, and we pay next year.
Okay.
We were just talking about that. What I was thinking out loud about was, if you wait another year, is next year's price increase on the machine.
You'll lock it in by leasing it?
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Yeah,
get this
because then you would
machine.
actually,
Right, gotcha.
you would own it.
That's a different, yeah.
And then the
That
other
would-
thing
That would
is,
help us.
Yeah.
If we're worried about them. We lease it and purchase it.
$18,000 a year interest.
Just have to figure out how much that's for that,
it would
for
just,
this time period
yeah, it
until
would just accrue
beginning of
from-
next year.
and you wouldn't actually even do it until, say, we delivered in June or July.
This summer, yeah.
So it wouldn't be like from today, it would be from once we delivered the machine.
So we could only have
The cost would be
6
the same.
months?
6 months worth.
Yeah, we would lock this price.
$9,000 interest, give or take. That's what it would be. Because 6% per 100,000, 6,000, 6,000 times 3 is 18,000. I'm not figuring, it's 268, but I'm figuring high.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, I'm a number.
Yep, I didn't know if
Think
you'd be
about
open
it.
to that or not.
And the other thing is, then you
That's a good
avoid
idea.
repairs, because both of these have 13,000,
I think
12,
that's a
13,000.
better